my gosh. I suddenly feel 25. So, actually, you know what? I don't feel 25 properly yet. Let me just fix this. Oh, that feels better, actually. Okay. So, hi everyone, welcome to my reading. Welcome to my channel. Sorry if, like, the noise is annoying at first. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that this looks cute. I don't like, yeah, here we go. I don't like how YouTube hides me so much. Like, maybe I'll start following the rules, okay? What is it? No swearing, no scary screaming, no breaking the algorithm. Okay, so I was thinking about karma, and I remembered that karma is like kind of a part of death. Karma is a process of like digesting. When karma is occurring, it means that something in the universe is being digested, and that is what it is being, yeah, that it is being digested. It's literally like when information is harvested away from something, right? It takes it away, right? That's because it's being digested, it's being taken away. It's like life being, you know what I mean? And that's karma. Dharma, on the other hand, is that every other, that all the rest of the process of life, that's literally life. And then there's death, which is the process that like sanctifies reality, and then life like glorifies God through reality, right? So reality itself is everlasting, is eternal. Regardless of our existence, reality exists. That's one of the big grounding things that we understand as human beings, and those who philosophize, I guess, about, you know what I mean, this cycle. So there's people that are like pressed about, like, they're like, oh, the karmic cycle of rebirth and reincarnation, and we need to stop this. And it's like, what? So they're like, they need to stop their karmic cycle, but instead of paying off their karma, they want to destroy the thing that would take them out of it once they've paid. So because they didn't catch the bus. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. I got a call that was urgent. I'm so glad that I got that call. But let's keep going. The star. Yes, so I'm glad that that call came through. Snaps. And then the lovers. And then the 10 of Wands. So, yeah, no, that's of importance and priority. You know, I think that's all the 10 of Wands has been trying to teach us, like, why we've been trying to, like, understand our burdens. And I think that's just the key to this final phase in this. Whoa. Yo, I couldn't make it up. when I say God lifts our burdens, like it just flew. Um, sorry that took me. Okay, sorry that took me. When I say things take me, I mean that. I mean like, so um, I think the key about it is priority, and God takes our priorities. I think that's what it is. God takes priority. God takes priority is the lesson. That's just all it is. Page of Pipes energy. It seems like, yeah, High Priestess, 10 of Cups in reverse. This is like dissatisfaction, but it's also incontentment. I can't really explain it. Incontentment seems to be the kind of like, maybe it's a challenge or a test, because like contentedness is really the energy. Maybe it's through contentiousness. Let me look it up. You never know. You never know. Etymology. All right. Let's see. What was the word? Contentious. Characterized by contention. Yeah. Obstinate. There it is. Quarrelsome. A vigorous struggling. A contest. A fight. Contend. Engage in rivalry. Compete. Okay. And then there's the, yeah, they changed it. And then it's contempt. Content. Yeah, content. To rest or be satisfied. To give satisfaction to. Right? This is what I was talking about. Dissatisfied energy. You see? So it's like word confusion as well. Like, unfortunately, things do get lost in the sauce just as much as people do. Sorry. This gloss is like giving me life right now. Oh my gosh, thank you, God. Sorry, give me a second. Nothing vanity about this, honey. Let me tell you right now. Wow. And the scent from my wrist is just hitting. Okay, sorry. Lame. Okay. I look scary as hell sometimes. Bruh, I be scaring myself sometimes. Okay. I can't help it. You know, sometimes I get visions of myself. And it's scary. Not the vision, just the way that the vision be coming. Like, that's what's giving dissatisfaction, you know? It's giving that. It's giving like not being able to like harness your gifts or abilities, kind of the energy of that. But that's why it's a journey. The discontent in this situation is definitely a challenge. You know, there it is, journey in reverse, because I was like, what kind of false ass journey is that, right? And the answer is 10 of Swords, right? I was thinking that. I mean, we were all thinking it. The answer came through regardless. That's why there's collective consciousness. And, you know, it's not about only who's thinking about it first, because Jesus is usually the one who is actually the Alpha, the Omega. In order for you to have even thought of those words, you would have had to utilize the Alpha and the Omega. That's why it's called an alphabet. So, that's what it is. People don't, there's some sort of incalibrated energy. So I personally would go around and, you know, understand, like, when you see a pattern and you just see going and going, it's kind of like learning the lyrics of a song. If there was some sort of Mandela effect or some sort of situation where somebody like Oh. If there was some sort of situation where somebody basically had I just had like a big epiphany, and like I can't play it off. Like this shit is actually huge. Um sorry y'all, I'm tripping. Yeah, no, high priestess energy, definitely for sure. Dark and light pillars. Okay, yin and yang, even on her wrist, something is not being guided. Yeah, Hierophant energy. There it is. There's a strength in my 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, something isn't being guided. Holy fuck. Sorry. That's so fucking scary. I think what's scarier is that God made it that way. So let me give it to God. Yeah, Hierophant. Oh, Hierophant. Yeah, that makes sense. Knight of Joints. Okay. Okay. So the way I put my hands up. Wheel of Fortune. Life and death is the question, or is it the answer? It's not really, it's just a statement. Sorry, give me a second. I am tripping. The Hierophant is here with the Knight of Joints, and this is like action taken. This is like apologetic action taken. And then I flip the card, but the card only moved based off of my energetic frequency. My energy is very sharp, so it like bounced off my iPad that's giving the light right now, and what'd you call it, the lighting right now, and what'd you call it, the Hierophant basically energetically reacted to it, but only in expression, not in any other kind of form. So like, for example, when you're expressing anything, you're in expression first before you get into anything else, right? So it's like the active pronunciation. It's a pronunciation. Pronoun. Yeah, pronoun. Why is there such a question? You know what I mean? It's like, there's a defiance, right? And it's existing energetically. It's dripping right now. It exists energetic. I'm saying, oh my gosh, look. 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. This is the correct pathway. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Hearts, or sorry, 10 of Cups, 10 of Hearts. You see what I'm talking about? It's because I'm thinking about something, and then somebody's... If I told you, would you call me crazy, collective? If I just told you how it comes to me, so that I can feel this sense of satisfaction for myself, right? And this is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to go and cook some lamb heart. This is like, I love cooking. I cook for myself, I eat. But every time I'm excited to make a new recipe, like I'm really excited to do a new recipe, and I start watching a reading from one of these hoes, they always try and fucking turn some kitchen witch energy at me. And to the points where they'll even try and low-key trap glorify it so that they can, and that's the provocation power that they keep on trying to steal. That's what I'm trying to say. And so there's a defiance to divine order and conduct already, like from the get-go. And yeah, 10 of Swords in reverse here, and it's being like, there was a word. It was like, so recently I thought of the word rumulad. Let me actually look it up. Rumulad, right? I was thinking of making a rumulad. Um, but you know what's crazy? I felt like I didn't even know what the fuck a rumulad was. I'm like, what do you even, which wouldn't even make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense that I wouldn't know what it is, because that is something that I was about to make. You see what I'm saying? My eyes literally glitching. Like, complex version of a tartar sauce. So it's like there's this weird sense of doubt and defiance that exists. And I don't, like, it's weird. But I recently watched a video where this girlie shot someone who was trying to break into our house. And the lady said, there's kids here. There's kids here. I don't play around. There's kids here. Right? And it's giving that energy. I don't know. It's like a lot of that. There's something in between the context. I don't know. There it is. So there's justice, and then there's the remorse. So life and death is like that. Life is like the expression of justice. Life is the expression of God. Life is the expression of glory. Life is the expression of love. Life is the expression. It's an expression, right? And through the expression of life, reality literally manifest with. Like, it takes life. It takes life. It takes life. But what takes life? What is it that's taking the life? You know what I mean? What's utilizing the life? How is the life being used? What's the life? You know what I mean? And then that's, on the other hand, why there's death. Because karma is of death. Dharma is of life. That's why it's a yin and yang. That's why the white pillar and the black and the dark pillar, the light pillar and the dark pillar. Okay? That's why. It's yeah. And there's a conduct that occurs within it, divine order, right? So there's a way that you can see that something is by nature, and something and how it's by nature and how it's by nurturing. Oh my gosh. Gotta grasp it. You gotta grab onto it. You gotta lock it in. You gotta lock it in. I'm laughing my ass off, okay? My sclers are fully white, okay? I promise. So, what'd you call it? Yeah. It, like, oh man, that's why you gotta lock it in. Anyways, there's like, I don't know how to explain this. This always comes out like shares to me. A share isn't only something that is like business property share. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Because how is it that you're business property owning a share, but then there's sharing that everyone can be emphasized in? It's so complicated, bruh. It's so complicated. You can tell it's some sort of karmic energy or some sort of dharmic process. I don't know how to explain it, but there's definitely a lot of sharing here, a lot of high vibrational frequencies, innocence. Yeah, the moon in reverse, secrets about completion are here. So if you're trying to see what's already done and how something is going to get done, right? And what it's going to get done into, right? All that stuff, completions. That's actually an ancestor of mine. Yeah. You can actually, if I grab my Egyptian oracle deck, I'll be able to show you who it is that does that. And that's, you see, there's the innocence. There's the innocent six of cups. And then there's the fighting. Didn't I say defiance? I'm telling you, I can feel the energy when I go, whatever, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I just give it to God, like, whatever, let the card come out. Like, at that point, you see what I'm saying? It's like, I could do a reading on my own, like just continue reading, but you will see me glitch out. Like, you will see me, my eyes, like my speech. But that's the defiance of life. That's the difference between life and death. You see, a defiance of death isn't life. It would be immortality. But a defiance of life isn't death, it's destruction. And so there's a defiance when it, and then there's like I don't know how to explain the innocence in the situation. I don't know how to explain the innocence in the situation. Like, yeah, exactly. Unfathomable. There's the unfathomable, and then there's the defiant. You know what? I know the perfect card deck for this. I have the perfect card deck for this. Y'all always want to talk about intuitive this, intuitive that. This is by Monte Farber and Amy Zerner, the Intuition Oracle. Okay? Intuition Oracle. See? Look. Because motherfuckers don't know how intuition works, but they want to act like they know how intuition works. But this is it. The leaders. Affirmation. I know how to lead because I know what needs to be done. What would I say? See, I said you're gonna get what is done, what's about to be done, and what's going to get done. That's it. And they're the ancestors, and then now you know. And it's a form of life. It's a form of life. It's not. It takes mastery, and a mastery is a form of what? You see why a master of none is one of valor? And I mentioned this back when. And this was the theory that I had already theorized upon. So it came true. Period. But what made it hard for it to happen? What made the conclusion come through? Five of Wands. The destruction, the destructive, irrational, unnatural, just unnatural ass energy. See, the forgiver and the contortionist. I forgive myself and others with compassion for our human frailties. I resist those who would have me bend to their will. And this is against this is what the defiance stands against. Do you understand? The defiance doesn't understand that it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. You know what I mean? Because it in itself is against something that is pure, of intuitive presence. That's Cups energy. See? And that's why innocence is beyond the importance of whatever defiance. But that's because we are of life. You see what I'm talking about? Not of death. So obviously, there's going to be different expressions of the same frequency. And that's the difference. It's not that there's so much of a evil nature to... Yeah, people want there to be some sort of evil nature to life, when the evil nature is actually in the death. That's why it causes so much grief. Like, even though it doesn't make any sense, we're ascending. But that's why it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's death. It's like, you know what I mean? The transformer, the patient. It's like, there's a lot of like, yeah. There's the defiance. It had to be expressed. I think it's like, yeah, the communicator, exactly. There was something that had to be expressed. Something had to be said. The hermit, exactly. There we go. Something had to be said about a situation. And this is why it's here. And the reason why there is acknowledgement of something that was even to be said. You see? Even to be said. even to be said. Ooh, maybe I should make an aioli. Every time I'm in that energy of speaking my truth or speaking my justice or speaking my judgment or speaking my honesty or speaking my reverence or speaking my prayers, there always seems to be that defiance is what it is. It's once every time someone communicates a sense of worthiness, or fuck the sense, worthiness. When someone communicates worthiness, it's some sort of like revelation of disharmony to other people or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Ace of Buds in reverse. Yeah, exactly. There's like yeah, it's like there's always, it's like people always want to put double-edged swords in your face. Like, oh, there's always an opportunity to succeed, but there's always an opportunity to fail. Like, that's the energy. King of Pentacles. I couldn't make this up. Like, everybody has the opportunity. Like, judgment in reverse. Yeah, exactly. It's some sort of, like, defiance. And when I tell you it's defiance, it's like... oh, my gosh. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because there's no amount of me saying, it's defiance, that'll make it clear to anyone that it's defiance. Like, I don't... It's defiance. It's defiance. Here, maybe this will be better. What is the enemy this time? It's defiance. What is the enemy? Defiance. It's defiance. 1818. It's you see? Willpower. What does it say? Willpower. What was trying to stop it from being willpower? Defiance. You see? Defiance. Okay, so that's why it came out like this. Oh, it's defiance. Like, it doesn't want to be. See, high vibes. I can't make it up. It doesn't want to be high vibes. It is what it is. It's defiance. It's gonna defy cycles. See, it's defiance is gonna defy. So there's people who want to abuse the nature of defiance. You see, it's not. It doesn't have to be an enemy. It's scared. It's probably scared of God. See, release. It's scared of God. Everything is scared of God. Let me just make it clear. The most feared thing in all of existence is God. Satan could never. So this is another thing. You know, my ancestors are really nurturing me at this time. It's just their way of nurturing, right? Look at this. They don't understand ancestral nurturing systems and stuff like that. So let me explain. Let me explain to you guys this so that at least you know, even if they don't know. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Let's say my Tibetan monk, what'd you call it, ancestors specifically, had seen that they had mastered something that was in my journey and that I would eventually need assistance in that pathway to succeed. They wouldn't just tell me, you need to go up in the Tibetan mountains. Y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. They wouldn't tell me. No. They would probably decrease my blood pressure to like a bitch until I'm I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And then people are like, you need to have more oxygen. Or in reverse. You know what I'm talking about. It's defiance. I told you. It's going to defy. Okay? So, you know I'm incorrect about the analogy. Look, so fix it. So, like, you think I don't know? Like, I'm the one that's reading. Anyways, this is for those that, like, who, anyways, so they're in the Tibetan mountains, right? Telling me to come to Tibetan mountains so that I can breathe less oxygen because it's the oxygen that's taking me away, right? I'm breathing too much false oxygen. I don't need this much oxygen anyways. I'm smoking too much to begin with. Clearly, if I'm smoking carbon monoxide, what are you guys trying to say? You know, I'm just saying. It's funny. They're like, oh, maybe you're having too much carbon monoxide in your system, right? Look at how many people live till 100 and something smoking cigarettes, then die of lung cancer. People will smoke 3 cigarettes, all of a sudden they have lung cancer. It's not about karma at that point. Like, that's life. That's life. How you gonna be mad? You gotta know who your ancestors are. Watch me try and complain. Watch me try and complain about sleeping on the floor. This has been the whole thing. The whole thing. Even my father knew it. He's like, you're gonna have to accept this one way or the other, but our ancestors, we sleep on the floor. One way or the other. One way or the other. I'm tired of sleeping on the floor. I don't want to sleep on the floor. I'm tired. It's grandpa. That's too damn mad. That's the energy. That's why there's opportunity. Because there's so much inventorship here where it's at. But the problem is all this right here. If I was sleeping on the floor, it's because she can't afford a bed. Oh no, I'm getting karma financially. Oh, fuck her, it's because she's with. Do you hear all the fucking noise, man? Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm autistic, or maybe your thoughts are really fucking loud. That's life. And so there's ancestral victory here. Well, the ancestors are coming through with the 7 of Wands, right? 3, that's 7. And there's happiness. You see why there's happiness? Because at the end of the day, if you truly know yourself, then you're gonna know your environment. Because you are your environment. Or did y'all forget? And this is what it is when people piss me off with, someone is in your energy. You mean me? I'm in my energy? And she's a bitch. And like, that's what they be saying. That's what the readers be saying. And like, I'd be like, dang. You know what? Watch how when I walk away from you, suddenly there isn't a bitch in my energy anymore. How come? 10 of Wands, you see? And there it is. So this is something of the environment is a priority. Something's a priority. Now we're giving it to God. You see what I'm saying? Something was a priority and it was being covered. We don't even know how it was a priority. I don't even know any other cards that were here, but it was here. Exactly. See the journey? It was all a hidden pathway, silver lining. It's here. Didn't I say? Sun. Now the sun is out, peeking from through the silver lining, pushing the clouds away and opening up to the sky so you can really see your reflection. 5 of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of like, what? Yeah, there's some sort of like, so you can really see your reflection. Yeah. 5 of Swords. Knight of, yeah. It's like, wake up and smell the coffee. That's what it's giving. Romantic proposal in reverse, but 5 of Swords. It's specifically romantic or charming proposal. Charming proposal. That's what some... Oh, it's a charming proposal. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So there's something that I can provide. A charming you see what I'm saying? Proposal. There's something, you see the defiance? If you peeped it, you peeped it. But that's what I'm talking about. Charming proposal. But it's like being defied storyteller. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. I have the right to speak because I listen when others speak. The fighters. I fight my resistance to accepting the dualities of life. There we go. That's it. There's Cain and Abel energy. The fighters. I fight my resistance to accepting life. Or what? The dualities of life. I don't know. I'm just thinking about this aioli now. Like, maybe I am a sauce person. Like, honestly, I can never think of food, but I can make, like, really good sauces. Like, I don't know what's up with that. Sorry. This is my channel. Hi, my name is Mimi, and I literally do whatever it is that will get literally collective to a higher vibrational frequency when it comes to my own inner work as well. Because not only do I care about my life, but I care about the conscious reality that we all reside in, because at the end of the day, we all live here together. So, Queen of Buds. As you can see, that is the Queen of Buds energy. That's the Queen of Pentacles energy. But, yeah, the Empress. Exactly. But, exactly. People don't want to be able to understand. They don't want to be... So, this is it. There's respect here when it comes to this energy. Oh, I just said my name and everything so I can, like, say it's me, right? Okay, thank God. But that's another thing. There was a little fear, whatever. But, most of it is like, wow. So I'm not even, because God is the one, okay. So people were projecting their fears of being wrong about who they were onto me, and now it's going back to them, like, really scary. Like, if you're ever collective afraid that you are misjudging and miscommunicating about who you really are, and it's caused there to be a reality that's external to you, that you are knowingly uncontrolled about, or uncontrolled, you can't control that reality because it's not only not who you are, but it's come from you, and that's what you are afraid of. Please reconsider. Please reconsider. Okay, please reconsider, because you are the only one who can say what your reality really is, because according to anyone else other than you, it's not gonna be your reality. I'm just gonna let you know right now, it's not gonna be your reality. It's gonna be something that you still can't control, and you can, and you can, and you could, and you could control your reality. You can't take a harness and grasp your reality. That's what is it. That's what's going on. Collective, you probably have no idea that you have a grip on reality that is unshakable. Okay, you manifest your reality to existence like it's literally breathing. It's your water bending fucking skill. Okay, it makes you who you are, it makes you human. It's why you have a human form. Okay, it's no one can try and make it seem as if that they can take away your reality from your own grasp. Okay, and maybe that's a thing that they think that they can get away with. And I'm only saying this because it seems like this is really troubling for some people, because there are a lot of people who are projecting the same reality that they're afraid of onto people who are completely aware of that reality for other people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people who will project autism, their own autism, like I'm autistic, but they'll want to project their autism onto other people who are not autistic. But these people are like professionals who what you call it, who are professional caretakers of autistic individuals. Okay, so I can only use this as an example, okay, respectfully, okay, because if I was to use any other disorder that I wasn't aware of personally and or had personal experience with myself, then it would be inconsiderate. Okay, and then there's another experience where it's like I was bullied severely by extremely obese, like not even obese, like they're not even really fat for real, like no, they're not obese for real, they are fat. So it's like, for example, it's like that. It's like I was bullied multiple times by multiple individuals who were of really heavy weight. I never gave a fuck about being heavy set because most of my family members in my family were heavy set. I'm literally the only one. I already felt like a black sheep in my fucking family, okay? I already felt like ostracized in my family. But all of a sudden, people thought that they were going to take advantage of it as if that I couldn't say anything or else that it was going to be seen as something as if me being abusive. So I said, fuck you, nigga. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, who cares? It's true. So, like, you can try and kill me, but I'll still come back and then you'll still be fat. Excuse me. Exactly. So, next. And that's really what's going on here. It's like, these people hermit. It's like there's a deep wisdom of knowing that they don't have. And a lot of the times these individuals will project onto the collective or project onto other individuals who they feel they haven't, put up to size, you know what I mean? Or people who they think they need to cut to size. That's what I mean. Because that's what the angels are doing. The angels are cutting them out, and they can feel it in their unconscious reality. Because that's, like I said, it's a deep rooted wisdom. It's inherited. It's within us. So it's like, it's the meekness that they never activated. That's what the angels are removing from them, because they never activated that humility of really knowing that you are still of earth, like kind of energy, even though you're not of the world. Like, you're still of earth, like you like not forgetting the difference between the world and earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is that they don't understand. They don't understand the difference between the world and money. They don't understand the difference between the world and priorities. They don't understand the difference between the world and everything else. But one thing's for sure, and two things for certain, is that there are people who misrepresent the world as God. And that's where all the weirdo activity really comes from. Because not only is the word such an abstract concept, but it's also not God. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Exactly. And there it is, that page of Bud's energy. So it's like a very, there's a very big dismissive quality. Yup. And I talked about this in my other reading where I talked about judicialization, right? Judicialization. I talked about it and I couldn't find the word again afterwards. Like the word judicialization. Judicialization. Well, that was not it. Yeah, increasing influence and power of courts and legal proceedings in various aspects of society, including politics, administration, and even social life. This expansion held by other branches of government or as legal procedures and terminology becoming more prevalent in non-judicial contexting. That's networking. Judicialization is the power of networking. And that is what it is that they want to access declassified information about. Networking, web connecting, interconnectivity, like Tree of Life. They want to like demonize all the aspects of the tree. They want to blasphemize Yeah, they want to blaspheme against the tree of life. They want to blaspheme against me. They want to blaspheme against God. They want to blaspheme. And it's like a deep defiance. Yep, it's a deep defiance, and it's being seen now. There it is. It's being seen now. Celebrating the Queen of Pipes, Queen of Wands energy. Yeah, not walking away from the King of Bongs energy, emotional security, emotional. This is like ancestral power, not walking away from Christ. Honestly, it's giving christened energy, not walking away from the anointing. Yeah, always trusting the process, always trusting in divine order, orchestration, right? So this Ace of Joints energy, this loyalty, eternal loyalty, like eternal reverence, this vow. This is like divine contract. It's like that's the way the contract is made, because it's so powerful, it's so strong. The vow, the security, legacy, all of it is so it actually manifested planets. Like, are you kidding? These people don't know shit, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they didn't think that we could manifest planets. Like, we could manifest hella planets. There's gonna be 2 by the time 45 should be here. 45 to 65, maybe it's prolonged, I don't even know. By the time 45 is here, there should be 2 planets in the sky. And if there's no planets, 2 planets in the sky, it's not time yet. There's gonna be 2 planets in the sky that we previously didn't see before, because we would have entered a new space and dimension. And Jesus told us about it. And motherfuckers were just really that dumb. They really were that dumb. They didn't think it was possible. Like, it's 2 planets in the sky. How's that possible? Like, they don't even know what planets are. The fuck? Like, and it's a deep defiance. It's because they were too busy trying to blaspheme. These are the types of people that will go out of class and piss in the hallway while you're learning trigonometry. Then 20 years later, when trigonometry comes up and you've already trip slide the you know what I mean? You needed the trigonometry in order to avoid a slip, a banana slip. Woo, 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 woo. You know, what? Oh, I almost slipped. You know what I mean? Like that. Like that, like I did the other day. Whoop, slip right onto my bed. Slip right onto my futon. Slip right onto my pillows. You know what I mean? That's why we studied the trigonometry. This is why the education was so important. But they didn't care about that. They wanted to piss in the hallway. They wanted to piss in the hallway. That's what they wanted to do it for. I would say divine timing, divine orchestration is always going to come back to bite them in the ass at the end of the day. You should see all these people talking about how much of a badass they were. I haven't heard one person talk about they've been a good boy, good girl when they were growing up. I haven't heard one person talk about how they were a good boy and good girl growing up. I feel like I really am the only one who be talking about it, because I hear people talk so negative about their childhood. I'm like, I was a really good kid. Yeah, like I was a really good guy. I studied. I was very quiet. I minded my business. Maybe I was really talkative to people I really loved. Like, I would talk a lot, to the point where people call me annoying. They would always call me annoying growing up. They would, you talk too much. You talk too much. You talk too much. I was like, all right, let me shut the fuck up then. Oh, you're so quiet. You're so quiet. You're so quiet. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck you want from me? Like, I'm like, what do you want from me? I would literally ask that. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'm like, you're perplexing me right now, and it's kind of like disturbing. So I just would like to know what it is that you would like me to access about myself to be able to give to you so fucking free willingly, because clearly I have no idea what it is about it. So they be like, they start tripping, and then I start tripping. Like, it's actually a chemical reaction. Honestly, it's so funny. Star, it's like, because, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's like the way that people were raised. It has nothing to do with me. It's like, okay, so it's like forgiveness had been given. I already said that there was an innocence. Maybe this is all about innocence. Maybe you need to know, collective, that these are all maybe you. Like, maybe all these people could be you. All these individuals could be you. But look how there's no fucking, like, real evil here. There's people who want to blaspheme, right? But there's still innocence. Yup. And there's still... Yeah. It's not until, yeah, the we know the enemy is also the energy. It's like, then there's the devil. Yeah, and then it's like nobody said that wanting to do it was good. It's the desire to do it that's bad, actually. Exactly, it's the desire to do it that's bad, actually, and then actually doing it is what turns them into the devil. Exactly, that's what it is there. That's the problem right there, because they don't want to accept the fact that they're never going to hear the correct thing until they fix their ears to do so. Huh. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. Like, they have to fix their ears to do so, fix their mouth to speak the right things, fix their nose to smell the right things. You know what I mean? Fix their nose so they can have the right sense. Like, type shit. And then, like, what you call it? Fix their eyes to see the correct details. Like, you know what I mean? Fix themselves so that they can be able to stand firm. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't, these individuals, they're gonna be judged, and when they get their judgment verdict, then that's when we're gonna see whether or not they're innocent or not. But it's not giving that they, yeah, it's not giving that they're gonna have any ability to manifest anymore. Yeah, anymore. Yeah, any more like blind judgment on the situation. Yeah, it's like they can't manifest any more blind judgment within the situation. That's really the trick of the situation, because I never asked for blind judgment. Have I ever asked for blind judgment? I've never asked for blind judgment. I've never asked anyone to blind justice, sorry, justice, blind judgment. They were blinding judgment? No, they weren't. Sorry, I meant justice. My apologies, Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father, angels, ancestors. But yeah, it's like they can't manifest blind justice anymore. Yeah, there it is. It's like a false sense of supervision that people want to have over other people's lives. And I just didn't want to use the word because it says supervision, so it makes it seem like they're a superhero. You know what I mean? Or a supervillain. And it's like, grow the fuck up. Yeah, Ace of Bongs in reverse. Grow the fuck up. Like, that's what they're not doing, is growing the fuck up. And it's not even about, and that's where it is the odd discrimination. You see the odd discrimination? It's like they discriminate against children. I shit you not. They don't want to grow up because they discriminate against children. Children, they feel like shouldn't be the only ones to have that opportunity to express that kind of emotional integrity, and or autistic individuals or people with disabilities, but they feel like they should because they don't have any love in their life and they're unempathetic and they worship demons and all sorts of the fuck. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's why it doesn't make any fucking sense, and they're not fixing themselves to actually make it make sense either. Exactly, and that's where the thievery is. They're making people believe that people don't have to fix themselves to make sense. As if they're blabbering on, like yapping about nothing. And yeah, exactly, doing the Babylonian mess is going to somehow get them attracted to, you see what I'm saying? It's like someone trying to spray their body with dog pheromones so that their crush can like their crush's dog can like them so that they can get their crush's attention. Like, wow, oh my god, like that kind of energy. It's kind of fucking crazy, but that's the only way that I can explain it, because I'm not gonna sit here and actually say, yeah, I'm not gonna actually sit here and say like whatever, you know what, fuck it, I'll just say it anyways, because fuck it, I already start cussing and everything like that. So it's like someone trying to get close to a child so that they can get close to a mother. But it's also the context of it. It's like, yeah, that's why it's also about protecting children. Remember I talked about this lady shot the person that was trying to break in after she said she got kids inside and stuff like that, in the middle of the night and stuff like that. Yeah, there's the victory. And then there's the Queen of Joints. with the Ace of Joints. And then there's the regret. Yeah, taking the power away from the dog or taking the power away from companionship. It's like someone trying to take companionship for granted kind of energy. But it's like someone else's companionship for granted. It's like, you know, like Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. It's like one of those weird fanatics being like, oh, why Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez should have stayed together, and being obsessive about it and trying to put them together and trying to like imagine like them trying to like kidnap them and put them together, or force them into like a situation where they have to, you know what I mean, like it's giving that. It's like where they have to like interact with each other forcefully, putting like both of them into like a mindset, and then it's like a never escaping dark trauma bond. Like, oh my goodness, that shit was a nightmare. Like that man is going through it. Everyone is going through every all of them are going through it, to be honest. All of them are going fucking through it. But that's really what's going on. And then it's like people who are like, oh yeah, fuck Bella, fuck Justin Bieber, fuck because they're attractive, and it's because they're attractive that they got where they are. Nah, these people put in hard work and motherfucking effort. Hard work and motherfucking effort. Best believe that. Yeah, there's hella fucking Satanists, hella fucking dark people out here. There's hella fucking demonic people out here. But it's crazy how there's people who don't worship neither the devil, neither God, neither any master, or worship anything at all, and still be the laziest motherfuckers out here, and still think that they're not worshiping anything at all. You worship your fucking laziness, you absolute fucking potato. Barely. Anyways, that's really the energy. Like, so it's giving that. It's giving that exactly. I couldn't make this up. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 of C, hard work and motherfucking effort, honey. Hard work and motherfucking effort. And then there's the fucking Emperor in reverse. It's like bad mouthing, yapping, negative talk, not gnawing, gnarly. It's gnarly. That's what it is. It's gnarly. Everything's gnarly. It's gnarly. Yeah, Queen of Joints. Yeah. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it worked. So basically, wow. That feels good. So, Queen of Joints is the Queen of Wands in this energy, right? Yeah, she's the Queen of Wands. And only the Queen of Wands will be able to really take down the Emperor in reverse. Who else would take down a fuck nigga than a baddie herself? Someone who can call herself a baddie and still be the sweetest angel. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Right? That's why it's like gnawing, bad mouthing, this, that. You trying to be a girl. You trying to be me. You know? Period. So that's the energy, okay, when it comes to that remorse, okay? That's what it is. You trying to be me energy. Because it's like there's so much hard work and dedication that people put behind the scenes. Like, you know what I mean? In order to have any kind of proposal, not just romantic. It's not only about romantic. But you can tell someone with a very sincere struggle for romantic proposals. Yeah, Tower in reverse. There it is. Didn't I say? I saw that Tower in reverse in that other reading with one of these other star seeds, one of these other earth angels. And yeah, see the Judgment in reverse with the 4 of Wands in reverse. I saw that shit. I was like, whoa. And then here's the Judgment in reverse too with it. That brought it on the table, right? And that's what I'm saying. There's deep onset wisdom. I'm telling you, it's like grooming. I'm telling you, it's like grooming, bro. It's unconscious, subliminal, or subcontext, false subliminal reaction, expression. It's giving somebody else's dharma. I can't even play with you, but I've been meaning to research this for a minute. But I think that other people's dharmic pool really do be changing shit around. Like, I think that dharmic energy changes like so much in an environment. Like, for example, if there's someone who like is dharmically meant to have like more like than normal romantic incline, you know what I mean, in their journey, right? They will become like, they attract certain experiences that like that administer a specific kind of dharma reward, right? So this is all like dharma really being in control of reality, but it's like dharma itself is the account of the reality's vibrational heights, right? Whereas karma is the reality's depth of, sorry, is the reality's for expression of reality's depth. Yeah. Yeah. And therein lies understanding where awareness of both balance of dharma and karma will allow for strength to really like flourish, something like that. But this is like good news anyways, even though there's like this spiritual like defiance, there's a real spiritual defiance. It's like, yeah, Two of Wands with the Magician. Yeah, there's like, see the manifesting innocence energy? Yeah. King of Bongs. Two of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Bongs. With the Knight of Buds. Yeah, these are all, so these are all upright actions. Yeah, there it is, the Emperor in reverse. So now the Emperor in reverse energy is being like, I don't know how to explain this to you because someone is liking my comments on their page right now, showing acknowledgement and strength and like duty, showing duty, hard work and effort, right? So I know you're already here if you're watching this video and you're liking it right now at 909 SF right now, San Francisco. Right? This is, I see you and your energy right there. There's the Emperor in reverse energy. All you want to be me energy, right? Ace of it right here. Ace of Pipes in reverse. Seven of Wands and Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm glitching. And then there's the Tower in reverse, right? And then there's the Compliance. Remember? You see? Death in reverse. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, woo! When I tell you, it's like, there's the, remember the Empress came out with this card, right? Yeah, period. That's what I'm saying. There's the Two of Cups. Sorry, my cat. I don't know where she's at. There's the Two of Cups energy, which is like companionship, right? Didn't I just say my cat? Like I literally turned around to go check for my cat, right? This is what I'm saying. There's a way that people who are reading the cards would try and take my companionship for granted. But do you see how it's the Ace of Buds in reverse? And then my Nine of Pentacles is right here. So this ace would have been a real pentacle. Ah, look, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. You see what I'm saying? And they can't do that. They can't do any of this. All this that I just did, they can't do none of this. Ten of Swords in reverse, you see? But they want to act like, there's some sort of trick. There's some sort of this. There's some sort of that. In reality, this is actually in collaboration with the Most High. This is in collaboration with the Most High in producing his mystery in order to mystify. And so there's a lot of mysticism and he's moving in the mysticism. God moves in mysticism. Ooh. The fool. Sorry. It's just so fun. So you see what I'm saying? Sorry. Because it's like, you ever seen someone get so fucked up? Like, they deserved it for 100%. Like, this isn't a scenario where someone, like anyone who doesn't deserve it would ever get into a bad situation. God forbid that for anyone. Really. I really mean that. But it's like a scenario where someone really fucks up and they really, really actually deserve it. And so God really, like, really does a number on them. God really does a number on them. And then what'd you call it? Later on, they're like really, like, you know what I mean? You like see them and you like feel bad. Like you genuinely are like, damn, like I don't know if I should like, apologize that, we crossed paths. Like it's unfortunate for them that we were born in the same generation, or like I don't know like what it was, but like that's really what it is. They want there to be misfortune in the generation, but when you recognize that these types of things are not external, they're really internal. Like things can only be existential from an internal perspective. Have you ever seen an artist paint fucking the end of the world in peace? Bruh, do you know how many times as an artist, do you know how many times in the moments of destruction is the only time where our legacies survived? Like that was the only time, and it was divine timing. You know how many artists died saving children right after they finished doing their art? I mean, it's a milestone. I shit you not. It's a timeline milestone for an artist. Imposter syndrome. Dying while saving a child, and your entire legacy becomes fortified. Not sacrificing yourself for the ideals of the community, and instead transforming the ideals in the community to reach heights so that there would be a better understanding of the ground. Like there's a lot of milestones that make an artist what they are, who they are. There's a lot of signs to show who is chosen, who is not chosen. Yeah, see, death in reverse, and death in reverse is a big one of them. Defiance of death is big. And so maybe that's what it is. Someone is seeking immortality now. But this is funny because they should have been seeking immortality. This is funny. It seems like someone got scared straight. That's giving that. Someone got scared straight. Yeah, the devil is, yeah. Okay. So there's some sort of person that's, yeah. Yup. The Fool. Here, Page of Bongs on the side. So like they're surrounded, quite literally. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah. This is like irresistibility kind of energy, but resistance at the same time. Irresistible resistance is like, it's defiance. Ew, temptation. It's temptation. There it is. God forbid that temptation. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And the devil energy, there's justice on top of it. 3 wands. Yeah, someone thought that there was, yeah, exactly. 5 swords. They thought I was gonna get lost, confused, or whatever in the fuck. You see what I'm talking about? It's like this guy on the street. Like I said, I don't know whether or not to apologize, that it's unfortunate that we were born in the same generation, that you did not have a person like this in your reality, in your timeline. But this happened to us in our timeline, where it went viral online, right? It went online all over the internet, where there was this one, seemingly jolly guy wearing, diaper underwear kind of pants, carrying a cardboard case, and he said, love yourself, respect yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and then there was another guy that would carry around a cardboard, and he would be like, why is everybody scared of technology? And he had like a YouTube channel or something, and then he'd go around like, why is everybody afraid of technology? And then he would go around to people and be like, technology. Technology. And he'd like shove this cardboard sign saying technology on, and that's really what it is. They don't understand that this is, they're like the same. This is like the board, and technology is written on it, and I can go technology. Oh, that's what's written. I can literally do that. The same thing here. It says temptation. Oh, that's what's written there. Yeah. It's really what's written there is temptation. And it's nothing about it. Exactly. There's gonna be nothing about it. And that's really what it is that they're looking for. Something about temptation. And that's what they were abusing sight for. To seek temptation. Someone was like, maybe they, I don't know. There's many theories. Either they held a grudge or they didn't. You know what I mean? They either did or didn't, but either way, they one thing's for sure and two things for sure, and is that they definitely were seeking temptation. Yeah, and that's the one who didn't have any guidance. So someone who was seeking temptation doesn't have any guidance, okay? Someone who seeks temptation has no guidance, okay? That's all it is. Someone who seeks temptation has no guidance, period. And all the rest of it is here with the Six of Swords. I can turn up right now. Yeah, and the Devil in reverse. Let's see. The Sun. See? Because we seek, what is the first thing? I said, let's see, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, investments. So this is about ROI, return on investments. The only way that you can really see an investment is if it has its own return. So the return on investment isn't the Eight of Pentacles already. It's actually still the Seven of Pentacles. But you can now see the return. So what's the return on investment, which is the energy that I was talking about before? At this current moment, what is the return on investment? Instead of karma or dharma, it's return on investment. The Sun, enlightenment. So from so far on my channel and everything that we've been reading, the Sun, Ace of Joints, Wheel of Fortune, inspiration, abundance, luck, joy, prosperity. Okay, and then also like Ten of Pentacles is another one that was in reverse. And it was also disillusioning, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So let's see how it comes out. Yeah, disillusioning, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, deep wisdom came out. See, I knew it. Because that's the only way. That's the only way. Because like it wasn't going to, the Hermit even flipped, because it was like you got to know what you got to know to be able to harness this ability to be able to do this kind of job. Exactly, the Fool. You really got to know what you got to know. Lovers, you really can't play games as if that this doesn't have a self-existence of its own reality. It has its own dimension. It has its own frequency. It has its own like lifestyle. Same thing with our crystals. It has its own literally energy. It has its own kind of essence. And maybe the spirit is still of the Holy Ghost, but it's still not your essence. And that's what I'm saying. There's people here who assume that they understand the essence of the cards, the essence of tarot, the essence. They want to infuse their energy into the cards so that they can pretend like as if that's is them, that's it, part of the tree. That's not how it works. You're integrating your experiences with the higher consciousness when you read tarot. When you read tarot, you're integrating your consciousness to a higher consciousness, meaning that it's not going to be just you anymore in your head. And either it's quiet or it's not. And for some people, it's not quiet anymore. God forbid that for anyone. And that's really the lesson. That's really the lesson. That's why you don't play with stuff you don't know. Why you don't act on things that you really, you know what I mean? These are there are consequences. That's why it's encoded within us to be able to maneuver around the actions that would cause consequences against ourselves and others, which is why I do these readings. This is what happens when you actually are called. You know what I'm saying? Judgment in reverse. Yeah, exactly. With the Queen of Wands. And there it is finally. It was the Page of Wands energy. I'm sorry, the Page of Pipes energy. Yeah, Page of Wands. That was being thrown under judgment or false judgment or scrutiny. Yeah, it was like my child. I couldn't even make this up. I couldn't even make this up. It's like there's happiness, and then there's Queen of Pipes. Sorry, it's Queen of Swords. Sorry, Queen of Pipes. What the hell? Page of Swords. It's a Page of Swords. Ooh, I gotta go. It's girly. No wonder I was talking about Queen of, but hey, I'm gone, y'all. I don't want to miss this live. Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes I'll do readings and and I'm happy to do it here for you guys. But I too, I'm just, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but watching other people rise is so much like better than watching myself fucking work. Okay, I'm having to be so for real watching other people. That's how I feel about it. Okay, God says, let me just pull out a card real quick on intuition for me to to explain a little bit about what I mean, because it's not like I don't love my work. I love working. I love doing my job, but God bless. I love it. I love watching people rise. There's something about watching God, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, the confident. I know. See, the confident. I'm telling you, I honor all I have done to make who I am today, period. I honor all I have done to make who I am today. The initiator. See y'all.